Shalom, shalom. Welcome to another video, family. Today we're going to be talking about the hierarchy and the physical shape of the, for lack of a better term, the Illuminati, the New World Order. Now, in times past, many people have talked about the shape as being that of a triangle, but I found that this is not to be the case. And as our late brother Steve Coakley has talked about, the circle within the circle hierarchy of the Illuminati, of the New World Order, we're going to go with the circle within a circle because it just makes more sense. And the evidence shows that this is in fact the shape of the hierarchy of the New World Order. And I'm basically going to describe the New World Order, the basic fundamental shape and the components of this New World Order. Of course, the overlying problem of history has been that of the separation of church and state. And what I'm going to show is that the New World Order is basically nothing but an Hegelian dialectic of church and state coming together in synthesis and creating a New World Order or a new thing. Okay. Now, first, let's address the shape, the circle within a circle. Now, why is it important that the shape of a circle within a circle? Why do I believe that it's important? Okay, I think it has to do with spirituality. So I'm going to just read from my notes here to describe what this circle within a circle is really about. Okay, and basically what we're talking about is a mandala or a magic circle. Okay, and what the mandala is used for is it's used in the evocation of the 72 demon spirits of the Ars Goetia. That's ARSGOETIA. Okay, it basically what it is, it's a medieval evocation of demons. This goes all the way back to the medieval times. Now I'm going to give a description of what a mandala is. Okay, it serves a conservative purpose, namely to restore a previously existing order, but it also gives the creative purpose of giving expression and form to something that does not yet exist, something new and unique, which is what the New World Order is. It's a synthesis of thesis and antithesis. So this is what's been created. The coming together of the state, the absolute state, and the church, which is represented by the Vatican, the papacy, okay, and the Jesuit order. Okay, the mandala, the process is that of the ascending spiral, which grows upward while simultaneously returning again and again to the same point. Now, this reference is from a Jungian analyst, Marie-Louise von Franz, and it's from Carl Gustav Jung's Man and His Symbols, page 225. So that's just explaining why the New World Order uses the circle within a circle hierarchy, not a pyramid. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the actual hierarchy. What is the top components of the New World Order hierarchy? Okay, at the very top is the 200 Watcher class fallen angels. That's who's controlling everything. Okay. Then below them are the old European bloodline families. Okay. Monarchical families, the oligarchical families, and of course the Roman Catholic Church, represented by the papacy and the Jesuit order. Okay. And below them we have their holding companies, which mostly are located in offshore havens around the world. Okay. And these holding companies own all of the world's top banks, okay, including the central banks of the world. And this includes the BIS, or Bank for International Settlements, the IMF, the World Bank, and of course the central banks of the world, including Federal Reserve, Bank of England, Bank of France, so on and so forth. And the function of these world banks are to move and launder and hide the money that they've stolen from the nations, that they've robbed the nations. Okay. Also below the old bloodline families are there's a book called Giants, and basically what it describes is the giants are the top 200 asset managers at only 17 firms who manage $41.1 trillion. Okay, this is just they manage the liquid money accounts of the old bloodline families. This is just play money that they keep in the economy to have things run smoothly. They just keep enough liquid money in the economies to run smooth. Okay, but their big money, their real assets, are really kept in Swiss bank vaults. Okay, buried deep within the banks of Switzerland. Okay, also below the old bloodline families are the oil cartels. Okay, which claim the oil and gas revenues of the nations that they plunder, and also they claim the revenues from the adrenochrome, which they are also piping in with their pipelines with oil. If you don't know what adrenochrome is, go do the research. I'm sure you'll be mighty surprised at what adrenochrome is. Okay, then also below the old bloodline families, as the circle widens, you have the United Nations organization, UNO, which means one, and that represents the one world government. And below the United Nations, we have the think tanks, governments, the 193 or 194 governments represented in the United Nations. You have the foundations. You have the roundtable groups. And you have the Royal Institute for International Affairs, the Bilderberg Group. You have the scientists who are really sorcerers. You have the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, and other organizations as such. Also, you have medicine, the pharmakia, which means sorcery. You have compulsory public education, child services, and under the public education, where the child is trained to serve the absolute state, and they're not trained to think, but they're only trained to be a cog in the wheel to the absolute state. Okay, and then also under the old bloodline families in the wider circle, you have the mass media. outlets, fake news, and other fake propaganda outlets such as Hollywood, the movie industry. So with that, I think I'm going to let it ride right there. Stay tuned for the next video where I go in a little more in depth to the outer agents of the circle within the circle, so you can get a clearer picture of the hierarchy of this so-called New World Order. So basically, what we have is at the absolute state, which is a communist state. It's also called the national security state within the United States, and then you have the church, okay, represented by the Vatican, the papacy, okay, and the Jesuit order. These groups have basically come together and formed a new thing, which is the synthesis, okay, and these are the groups that are actually ruling and controlling the world at this point. So with that, I'm going to say enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching the video, and see you in the next video. Shalom.